Hi, it's Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day 14 of the July Daily Draws. So as we start a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Folding Path Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Here we go. So here we go. Let's choose our first card. And it's the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles in the form of some flowers. So, to me, the Seven of Pentacles is like an evaluation. It's an evaluation of where we stand growth-wise, where we're at. What she's there watering, she's nurturing, she's keeping things going. And when we're trying to create things in our lives, that's what we need to do. We need to keep it going, nurture it in the best that we can. And things will develop in their own due time, but sometimes in different stages and different rates. But, they'll take the time. We have here, we have fully grown ones, some not quite so fully grown, it's not as big as the others. And we even have just a shoot here of one that's at the early stage here, that's in her hand. And maybe that's what she's trying to give water to it. And maybe she'll plant it, who knows, to be able to grow amongst the others. So what this suggests to us is that things grow at their own pace, at their own time, in their own way. Some things develop quicker than others. And, as long as we sow the seeds and nurture them, they'll develop when they are meant to develop. Yes, external factors like climate and quality of the soil can affect, we're talking about the literal flowers now, can affect how well they grow. But they all have the same environment here, but they still grow at different stages. Some are bigger than others, some grow differently, some are not quite so big, as I said. So even in all things being equal, it is still things grow at their own pace. And we may find that when we look at our situation, certain things are at an advanced stage, and others less so, and some are just really at the beginning, like the one in our hand. And that's okay. We have to realize that everything is its own timing. Sometimes when we look, we think it's not happening as quick as what we feel that it should, and that can bring disappointment to us. But we shouldn't be disappointed, because if there's growth, if things are growing, the process is underway, there's the success, there's the reason to celebrate that things are moving. And if we keep nurturing it, it will become fully developed in due time. So there's a little patience and perseverance required here. So, and sometimes, in this world of instant gratification where we click something and it happens almost immediately, when we can order something one day and in some cases get it delivered the next, whereas before we had to wait, longer than that. We seem to, everything's shortcuts, isn't it? And speediness, and we want the instant result. But the natural order of things is that it's not always instant, and that goes against the grain sometimes. But it's just something we have to accept, that anything lasting, anything of natural creativity, has to take its own due time and process of growth and development, and we can't rush it. We just have to let things develop. All we can do is nurture it, do the things we can do to help the things along, and keep the faith with it, and in due time we'll be rewarded by the results. So keep watering it, keep feeding it, keep doing all the things that we do, using the gardening metaphor. Do everything that you can that's within your sphere of control and influence to influence the outcome, and the outcome will happen in its own way and in its own time. And that's what, and if we, the sooner we take that on board and accept that and put our faith in the process and decide by our intention to see the process out to the end, no matter what the time period and what's involved, then that's when we will get the best results. And that's, I believe, what the Seven of Pentacles is telling us today. Okay, so let's see which obstacle. Interesting, I said that. Which oracle card we are going to put with that. And yes, some obstacles can come in, but if we persevere, and it can slow down the process, as what I said, the outside influences can affect what we're trying to do. But if we persist, even then, plants can look, using the plant analogy. I've seen plants grow through concrete, through cracks in concrete, through around rocks and stones. You'd be surprised how adaptable when the life force of the planet is determined to grow. Nothing stands in its way. Ultimately, it might divert its path. It might slow down the rate of its growth, but grow it will. And I think that's what we have to take on board with what the Seven of Pentacles is saying. Okay. We have the Spirit of Place again. And this means that what we're doing, and where we're doing it, and the situation that we're doing it, that's where the spirit of what we're creating resides. And if we stay in that place of creativity and that place of what we're doing, keeping the nurturing, keeping the things developing, then in where we're developing the growth, that's where the place where the growth will occur in our lives, where we've sown the seed, where we've put in the effort and the nurturing. That place in our lives where we've done that is where the spirit will give way to growth in that area, in that place in our lives. And we have the Seven of Pentacles there to tell us that, and to put faith in that process, and to keep the faith, keep going until the process is complete. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 15. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.